Good morning, folks. How are you doing? It's the angry truth here, because I'm always so angry. How are you doing? Sorry, because I'm always so angry. Good morning, Sadie, Sunnyside, Notorious Stewie, the one and only Puss in Boots, Remy, Mrs. Michelle. Don't worry, this isn't going to be a whole lot about Wendy. Sweetie Pie. There's not a whole lot of people on this platform that I could spend my whole life talking about. They just don't mean that much to me. Heads up, there's a hoax that started at Exeter University in England on TikTok, the group of men. Yeah, I heard about that, Remy. That's pretty disgusting. And I'm hoping that nobody actually, hello, NewTubers Live. Yeah, calling out hypocrisies and lies now equates to anger. I guess it's my voice. And I am a little upset this morning, not because of Wendy, but because yesterday I sat out in the sun to get some vitamin D and maybe get a little tan going. And today I wake up and there's a little bit of snow on the ground. That's enough to piss anybody off. Hey, British Chippy, just a sub, Honor Rose, Tinker. I mean, I think that's enough to piss anybody off. So if I'm angry at Mother Nature right now. Hey, Nikki. Nika Crafts. Well, if you're looking for another toot, another butt whisper, I could probably email you one, NewTubers. I caught one the other day, but you wish there was snow. I hate it. It's springtime. The flowers should be blooming, not? Yeah, exactly, British. This always happens. I've seen it be 89 degrees on the first Saturday of May, which is Derby Day. And I've seen it snow flurry. So, and just one of the many reasons I miss Florida. But by the same token, when I'm in Florida and they get their first snowfall up north, then I get a little jelly. So, okay, NewTubers. Um, I mean, since, farts are now so triggering around here. Hell, I got accused of farting by Brian and Republican Ash. You know what I did? I did a jib jab video of me in a jail suit holding up a sign most wanted. I farted on a live stream. That's how upset I got, but whatever. Yeah, this isn't going to stick. The ground's not warm enough. So us Brits love Florida for the weather. Yeah. But Florida's weather can be stifling sometimes too. I mean, when you walk out on your lanai at 7 o'clock in the morning and it's already 87, 89 degrees. Okay, that sucks sometimes too. Hey, Lindsay, Alyssa, onion snow. It should be the last of the season. I hope you're right, Alyssa, because I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for flowers. Trees are just now starting to bud. Yeah, I know, Stu. That chick likes to eat them. Ugh. I don't care how hungry I got, I would not eat a fart. But this isn't about farts. Okay, so I went over into Wendy's yesterday to correct something. Okay. And Eric came at me sideways. So I simply said, Eric, do you need a change? Now, Wendy last night goes live. I was just listening to it. And she calls me almost homophobic. Almost homophobic. Am I just not quite there yet, Wendy? Hey, Denise R. Am I just not quite there yet on the almost homophobic? Because my comment had nothing at all to do with Eric's sexual orientation? Nothing. Would it have been better if I would have called him a CUNT like he does when he sets up on panels? Good morning, Dova. But almost homophobic. I'm just not quite there yet. Hey, salty salt. V salty salt. That's what I'm going to call you. Yeah, that's all I said was, hey, Eric, do you need a change? And you would have thought, oh my God, the whole crowd roar. It just opened up like, uh, like I just attacked somebody's uh, family member or something. Everybody, boy, you could see my name light up like it was a slot machine. You know how your name gets highlighted when people are talking to you? Oh my God, that was the most awful thing you could have ever said to somebody. Really? Really? And it makes me almost homophobic. Almost. I'm just not there yet. So I guess I probably ought to break down and call my sister and her wife today so I don't slip into being totally homophobic. Yeah, I mean, she talks about Katie shitting her pants. Well, and this is the thing about Katie shitting her pants. Okay. And why this is like in my family. Every time we're all together, somehow or another, the conversation always leads to shit. I swear. Me neither, lady whistle down too. But she talks about Katie shitting her pants. Now, it wasn't that long ago, within a year or so, that Wendy had a problem. She had to have emergency surgery due to her, hey, Zam, good morning, Dakota, due to her intestines or her bowels, something to do with that area. Did Wendy forget she and Diane trashed Eric when the scandal broke out, even took his wrench? I don't know. I wasn't around back then. I do know that they're the ones that outed his thing, but whatever. All I said was, "Hey, Eric, do you need a change?" I meant, do you need a change in your friends because you're acting so mean? Who knows? I mean, not in a bad way. It wasn't in a bad way. So, okay, Wendy, you're talking about MFW shitting in her truck. Okay, I agree with Mallory. It's her truck. She wants to shit in it. She can. Secondly, for those people that's ever had surgery done on uh, their digestive area, it's not fun. It's not fun. She was shooken by what I said. Oh my God, I'm shooken that the truth would come in here and say, do you need a change? Shooken. That's what I say. Poop away, Katie. I'm not riding in your truck. I don't give a shit. Great finds. I could have. I could have meant it as that. Good morning, Johnny Cuddy. But when you have surgery done on your abdomen area that involves your intestines or your bowel, take it from me. I've got a foot of my bowel removed for cancer. When I gotta go, I gotta go. There ain't no sitting and talking about it and working something up. No pun intended. I don't give a shit. Right, Nova. And it did happen to me also when I first had my gallbladder taken out, but it got better after that. But then I had to have a foot of my colon taken out for colon cancer. And to this day, I'm 4.5 years into it. Yes, quit watching YouTube while you eat, British. You never know what's the topic's gonna be. So it's not a fun thing. It's not something fun to go through when you don't even like to go out into a restaurant because, well, you might have to go and go right then. So it's kind of like making fun of people's. Are people really pressed about someone talking about Katie shitting her pants? No, really, I don't care, Amber K. I don't think anybody really cares. But I am shooketh. I am shooketh that Wendy would call me almost homophobic. I'm shooketh. I'm like absolutely shooketh. I mean, I don't even think that Katie cares that she shits her pants, or she wouldn't leave the camera rolling when she does it. Blames your macaroni salad for your gas. It is horrible, JS. It's not a good it's it's not an easy life. Okay, Stewie. It's not an easy life when you gotta poop and you got nowhere to go. And you can't hold it like a normal person. It's not easy. It's a rough life. I'm telling you. I hope you recover fully, JS. I was thinking about lunch, but I can forget that now. We're going to move on from the pooping, anyways, because I don't really care. Katie and Wendy have their thing. They go back and forth. They do their thing, whatever. But for Wendy to insinuate that I'm almost homophobic. Yeah, we have somebody on here that shits in Walmart bags. Not a big deal around here. But I thought that was comical because all I said to Eric was, "Do you need a change?" And you would have thought that I set the world ablaze. My name just kept popping up and popping. Oh my God, Truth, you're just horrible. You're just evil. You're just this. You're just that. But Eric can sit on a panel and call women CUNTs all day long. And he's a good guy. Okay, gotcha. Check. Check. I caused the snow, Truth. I hope not. I hope it wasn't me. It's melting now. I mean, it's supposed to be 80 by Tuesday, so that is exactly all I said. Zam. No pun intended, huh, Astra? So now Wendy's host stream seemed to have been defending the fact that, yeah, it snowed here too, Mr. Nobody, that they weren't making fun of Republican Ash. And as I explained yesterday on Republican Ash's panel, um, you might not have thought it was making fun of Ash, but Republican Ash felt that way. And she didn't need her little friends, as Wendy claims, to convince her of that. Because now you're insinuating that Republican Ash can't even decide whether someone's making fun of her. That's okay, Black Velvet. I like Wendy too. I did not have a problem with Wendy. I supported her channel. Although she's considering unsubbing me, she's got to think about it. She said last night or whenever she went live, sometime in the middle of the night, that she's might have to unsub me. I'm sorry to hear that. I am, but I supported Wendy's channel. But see, there's no point in me going into a channel Tone it down. I'm sounding angry. Okay. Okay, let's back up a little. I'm backing up. There's no point in me going into a channel in which your whole entire chat hates me. Why would I do that? And the majority of your mods hates me. So when you started out, Wendy, I thought you were going to be a neutral place. But you're not neutral. And when it comes to obsession, I'm starting to agree with you, Laura. I'm pleading with you. Quit talking about Wendy because it is getting a little obsessive. By the same token, Wendy, have you held a stream yet that you haven't spoken on Laura? So the obsession is real. It's just real between two of you. I mean, has Wendy honestly had a stream yet that she hasn't brought up Laura? Maybe her stream when she was making peace with the other girls from the OGDC that got shit on. Good morning, Chasing Truth. That got shit on by Wendy's partner. I won't say partner in crime. It's definitely back and forth, Donna. So, but I'm not almost homophobic. I'm not even close to being homophobic. So I don't even know what that means, Wendy. I wish you would define that. But either way. So I see some of you have signed up to be on jury duty. By the way, I went into Aratria's last night. They were playing games and they were having a really good time. True, Dova. Good morning, Pixie Dust. Man, I have done something to my hernia. I've coughed and torn something or something. It hurts. But good point, Dova. You can be whoever you want on here. That's the glory of it. But when you scam others, be prepared to have your own cover blown. True, true, true. Oh, it was fun, Nadia. And I'll be joining you when you cook again. Hey, Ageless Beauty. I'm going to, Remy. I got to set up an appointment today with my gastroenterologist, anyways, for here we are, back to shit, for a colonoscopy. I had fun. I had fun in Artrias. Go check it out. It's mellow. It's chill. It's not ragging on people. It's playing games and just shooting the breeze. Yeah, sub up, folks. Sub up to Nadia's Kitchen. Sub up to Archery. I don't have their links. I don't even know if I have a mod in here, do I? I know Puss in Boots is working. Oh, Pepper's in here. She's got my back. I have an abdominal hernia. Oh, God love you, Pixie Dust. I feel your pain. I've been trying to find clothes to go over top of mine. Yeah, Lolly snoring. Yeah, Puss in Boots has to dip in and out. She's working. Hello, Allerker. Dova, not mod material. You didn't go to mod school, Dova? Good morning, Angel's Beauty. Like I said, I'm really not angry. I'm not an angry person. I speak my mind. I speak it firm, with a firm voice. And I guess that comes off as angry. Chasing Truth, shouldn't you be getting that trashy yard cleaned up? Just joking. If you missed Chasing Truth's live yesterday, you would know what I mean. She has a beautiful yard. Her neighbor just happens to be a dick and probably come close to getting his nose punched for messing with Scott. But sub up to Chasing Truth. Well, literally what she's doing. Uh, right now, one of her channels is down, so you'll have to sub up to. She has her crime channel that she's doing her everyday talking on until her other channel gets back up and running. It's snowing there too, Anita. It snowed a little bit here, not much. You definitely don't seem angry to me, just bold. Yeah, I speak with authority. I don't know if that's because my parents spoke with authority. They weren't mean. You just knew when they spoke to you in a certain tone, they meant what they were saying. So maybe that's where it's coming off that I'm angry. I don't know. But I'm not angry. I'm really not. Amanda Ray says her neighbors must be related to my neighbors. I don't know. I was watching her live yesterday. I got bits and pieces of it because I was on Verdict Watch, which we'll talk about here in a minute. Put a one in the chat if you agree with the verdict. Well, maybe we shouldn't do that because I know there's so many different opinions. I personally feel like the man deserves to go to prison. Um, I was shocked. No, I'm not wishy-washy. I was actually shocked. A crime canary that he got all three charges, guilty on all three charges. I was literally shocked. But I do appreciate juries. Um, they try to do the best they can, and there's cases in which they fail, and we'll be discussing one of those cases when we do um, our mock trial, which will be the Darlie Routier case. And I'm still trying to figure out some of the rules because you'll have three choices as a juror. It will be guilty, innocent, or deserves a new trial because she's in the appellate stage. Yeah, and imagine, hey, Galway girl, imagine the pressure that that jury was under. I mean, it. I would not have wanted to sit on that case, and I love juries. You fell asleep before the verdict was read. Well, you're right, Joy. They were. And now there's another case that has come up in Columbus, Ohio. Brian, I think, did a little video on it, where a young, actually underage, I believe, uh, African American girl was slinging a knife, fighting with friends and slinging a knife, and she has been shot and killed by police. And I believe it's going to be another. It's going to be a tough one. The Derek Chauvin trial, I don't believe should have been a tough one. The man sat on that guy's neck for nine nine and a half minutes, 9:29, and it was it was wrong. So, but I believe the trial with the young girl in Ohio will be a tough one. I also feel like the female cop who pulled the gun instead of the taser. Um, I'm not sure she's going to be able to get a fair trial in that atmosphere. I just don't. And guilty or innocent, everybody is entitled to a fair and impartial trial. So, I mean, that's just the way. I agree, chasing truth, why they didn't use tasers. Uh, I have people that are friends that are in law enforcement. Um, that and every one of my friends in law enforcement agreed that Derek Chauvin deserved to go to prison. Every one of them agreed with it. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But the whole country, any parent that entrusts Wendy with their learning time. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what kind of teacher she is. Uh, I'm sure she's not nearly as condescending in class as she is on the internet, because you can be anybody on the internet. Remember? That's the glory of it. It's just a scary place out there on the streets right now. You got to think about this. Okay, I don't know how old some of you guys are, but I'm 56. Okay, and when I was younger, I ran with black kids too. I mean, I don't think racism back when I was younger, I didn't feel it like I feel it now. I don't know, Mrs. Michelle. I think they're scared. Um, I think law enforcement today is scared. True, Quinny. True. But think about this. When we were younger and we were walking down the street and a cop rolled up on us, say we were out after curfew. Back in the day, there was a curfew. I don't know if that's still the case, but if you were under the age of 18, hey, Tinker, yes, Lolly, there was a curfew. If your parents didn't enforce it, then the law did. Shut up, Lady Sass, and move along. Just shut up, Lady Sass, and move along. But when we were kids and we were walking down the street and a cop rolled up on us, that would be a great name for Diane's clone or Diane's alt account. But they didn't have to worry about us having a gun. They didn't have to worry about us being strung out on methamphetamine. So, being a fair minded person, do I think there's racial profiling in this country? Of course I do. Of course I do. It's obvious. And Chauvin was a bad cop. There's bad cops, they're human. But at the end of the day, they want to go home. So maybe it just means a total rehaul of training of police officers, because they're dealing with a whole nother world now. They're dealing with 12 and 13-year-olds having handguns. Yeah, they let us go alive, Captain Obvious, even if we had a little bit of weed on us or we were drinking beer. They dumped out our beer or they dumped out our weed, and you prayed the wind didn't blow so the weed wouldn't blow away before they got in their car and rode off. There's just a lot that's changed. It is sad, Don Marie. What I'd like to see is that all good cops start turning in the bad seeds. That would help. You're right. But um by the same token, you know, it's there's a chain of command. And as with, yeah, 13-year-olds with guns, it's every day. You hear about it every day. And it's sad, because The child is 13. He should not only not have a gun, but he shouldn't be out walking the damn streets. Or she. It's just a whole nother world. It really is. And I'm just saying that from my perspective from when I was a kid. Agreed, Don Marie. Right. Boone's Farm wine and pot were the only drugs back in the day. Yeah. I mean, and if the cops rolled up on us, hey, Val, well, I'm glad you're having sunshine. We got sunshine here too. It's just cold. I'm going to tell you all a story. Okay. No, I'm not. Never mind. I'm not going to put it out there. I'm not going to put it out there for people to. It's about my son, and I'm not going to put it out there for people to use it as YouTube fodder. Yeah, and Mad Dog. Ugh, that stuff was horrible. That was like our form of moonshine. Was Mad Dog. Ugh. Car shot at 30 times. No outrage. I was a punk, like punk music, spiky clothing, ran from the cops a lot. They would chase and leave. I would never run from the cops these days. No, I love Strawberry Beans Farm. I mean, it was just a different day. You know, we as teenagers, I mean, I remember being in high school and some of the what some people would call rednecks, but the boys that like to hunt and stuff would have rifles in their back windows of their pickup trucks on school grounds because they were into hunting and stuff. That's how much the world has changed. In Europe, you can drink alcohol at 16. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I remember being in high school and there was a certain group of guys. Some people call them rednecks. I just call them my friends. But there was a certain group of guys that like to hunt and they had gun racks in the back of their pickups. And there would be shotguns and stuff. And they would come to school, park their truck, uh, probably go out at lunchtime, smoke a joint, come back to school. I you call them barrel parties, I call them keg parties, but yeah, I ran from a lot of keg parties too. But that was fun. That was scattering. It made them look for us. It was fun. But we didn't have to worry about them shooting us either, Captain Obvious. Now you have to worry about being shot. So it's just a whole different world, and I'm not digging it. So if I sound angry sometimes, hey, Bluebell, that still happens here. Yeah. So if I sound angry sometimes, blame it on the world. Blame it on the world. But I'm definitely not almost homophobic. Not even close. I don't even know what that means. Almost. But whatever. We'll let Wendy have that one. That's one way of looking at it, Donna. But see, I was never one of those parents. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it in my house. I was one of those parents. You're not going to do it. And well, he did it, obviously. But back to the mock trial. I'm just going to give you a few rules. I haven't picked the jurors yet. But I do want to thank Denise for being honest, because she said she could not be on the jury because she felt like Darlie's guilty. Hey, Skazi, I haven't gotten with Brian yet, but unlike a regular trial, of course, we can't do everything like a regular trial. So it's going to be like an appellate situation. Um, Brian, being the prosecutor, is going to get the first opportunity. He's going to get, say, 10 minutes to present his case. And I'll get 10 minutes to present mine. And then we'll go back and forth with each other over evidence or lack of. Uh, you can't be on the jury. I'm on social media too much. Trust me, this case is 25 years old. So you don't even know the case. Well, go comment under my community post, Crime Canary. You might be chosen for a juror. Donna Baird, go comment under my community post if you haven't already. That's true, Zam. Captain Obvious wouldn't even think to sign up. That's okay. You can be part of the gallery. Zam, sign up under my community post. You might be able to. We're going to have to do a drawing for jurors because I have already 12 people signed up. So we're just going to do a drop your name in a hat. And but I do appreciate Denise being honest, saying she could not be a juror because she felt like she was guilty. Gingerlock's mom under my community post. It's a call for jury duty. Bye, Pepper. I'll talk to you in a little bit. But that's how it's going to go. Brian's going to be able to bring some evidence. So we're going to have somebody on panel that's good at presenting things on the screen. We all know I suck at that. Yes, go ahead. Make a video about how bad I suck at working a computer. Don't care. I grew up in the pager days, okay? If you had a pager, you were popular. True ageless beauty, but you sound like you got your mind set up. Yes, it was very high profile, Donna. Yes, Sims, pager day. So, like I said, it's not going to be, like a real trial, but I'm going to allow Brian. Me and Brian is going to, take some putting together. So, let Brian bring some evidence. I might even use some of his evidence. Mars, okay. She's feeling better every day. I talk to her. Yes, Darlie was the silly string lady. Yes. She's had a couple surgeries and chasing truth, I got to get with Brian over his work schedule. And to be honest with you, everything that I have about the case, I'm going to have to dig out of archives. And like I said, your choices are going to be innocent, guilty, or deserves a new trial because she is in the appellate stage. It's a very interesting case. Me and Brian have been going back and forth over this case for well over 10 years, probably pushing 15 years. That's how I met Brian. First time I met him was in a Darlie Routier group. I had no idea. I said one thing, I got 159 messages. Oh, thank you, Bluebell. I got 159 messages in my messenger because I said one thing. Yeah, I love that lady. Val. She's like my family. Yeah, maybe after me and Brian do our mock trial, Chasing Truth can dig in to some of the things that we talk about and just lay it all out there. Yes, that's how I met Brian. Was I went into a Facebook group on Darley. It just so happens it was a anti or a non-supporter group. I had no idea. I was just interested in the case and found it on Facebook. And I made one comment, and Brian came at me like the Tasmanian devil. And I didn't know how to turn my notifications off in my messenger on Facebook. And literally, my phone sounded like a slot machine that night. And that was the beginning of me and Brian. So there you go. There's our love story for everyone. Mine and Brian's love story. A match made in heaven. Yes. Literally, my notifications were ding, 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 ding. I had no idea who this man was or why he was doing this to me, but he was that passionate. So good, Chasing Truth. Good. I know, Jonice. We were just talking about that. And the only thing I know about the case is you and Brian fight over it. Yeah. And we'll might fight again. But the honorable one and only Puss in Boots will be on the bench to break us up. So we will have bailiffs to escort you out of the chat if you get in any kind of a scuffle. This will be conducted as closely to a courtroom as we can. I'm still waiting on Chasing Truth to do the Kelly Cochran case. Yeah, there's a lot of cases out there. A lot of cases out there. And I'm so sorry she's slipping my mind right now, and I hate that. The woman who's missing from Bardstown, Kentucky. Remember, her father was shot in a so-called hunting accident. Oh, Crystal Rogers. Now that's a strange case. You want to get into some strange shit, dig into Crystal Rogers. There was no hunting accident. Her father was sniped. If it was a hunting accident, a hunter would come forward when they heard on the news that the man had been killed and say, "Oh my God, I was hunting in that area." No, he was sniped. And he was sniped because he was getting too close to the truth. Bardstown is a town in Kentucky. 100% sniped. Yes, Chasing Truth. Yes. And it's because he was getting too close. He was getting too close to the truth of the disappearance of his daughter. And then you have cops involved and just shady people. People running around town taking down signs about the disappearance of Crystal. People being caught on camera. I believe it was Crystal's, what's his name? Oh, shit. Well, it's now his new wife. Yes, and the grandbaby was with him. Yes. Which tells me he was sniped, Chasing Truth. Thank God that child wasn't hit. Exactly, Crime Canary. Exactly. West Memphis 3. Uh, West Memphis 3, I don't believe those kids were guilty, but I hate the fact that they took an offered plea. Although I totally understand when you're facing the death penalty that you would take an offered plea. Yeah, the new Crystal caught on camera running around taking down signs uh, about Crystal, the missing Crystal's disappearance, Crystal Rogers. So yeah, you want to talk about some crazy shit? Dig into that case. Dig into that case. And like I said, it involves cops. It involves, and when I say cops, there was a case prior to that that a police officer got out to move a tree branch off of the road that worked with the brother of the number one suspect. Hey, Brantley. And the cop got out to remove a tree branch on the exit on ramp to the Bluegrass Parkway, and he was also sniped and killed. It all goes hand in hand. Once you start digging into the case, yeah, Bardstown has some secrets for sure, and it's a quaint little town. If you, I mean, Bardstown is just it's like walking into a Norman Rockwell painting, but they definitely have secrets for sure. They didn't make a plea offer to him. He asked for a plea offer, Captain Obvious, and I think it went to the Attorney General, and the Attorney General said no because he offered to plead guilty to manslaughter, served 10 years, and it went higher up, and they told Chauvin no. Yeah, it was Chasing Truth. I'm telling you, it's like a picture out of a Norman Rockwell painting. It's a beautiful, quaint little town. But if you want to get into some, and let me tell you something, once you get in that rabbit hole, you will stay there for a long time. I was just dismissed from jury duty for being too honest, so I'm really looking forward to this mock trial. Someone look up the boys on the tracks here in my country. I'll do that. I got to take a screenshot. I always forget what y'all say. And I don't go back and listen to my lives normally because I hate the sound of my voice. So, but yeah, I just came on to chit chat and to let Wendy know I'm not almost homophobic. I'm not even close to being homophobic. And but it did remind me to call my sister and her wife because they just made a move. I've dug. I wanted to do the podcast with Scott on it, but unless he digs like me, it won't be right. That's true. If you're going to do a podcast, you both need to be on the. It is a pretty town, Sunflower. Caslin also lives close to that area, and it's a case that she's very much. Uh, she's begged me to cover it. But see, the thing is people are afraid. Which I'm not that close to Bardstown right now. I'm within, I don't know, 70 miles maybe. But thank you, Brantley. I'm definitely not almost homophobic. I'm not even close. But like I said, it did remind me to call my sister and her wife because they just moved and I need to find out how their move is going. But he thinks your level of digging is a bit too much. I don't. I don't think there's any amount of digging when it comes to looking into an unsolved crime or an unjust crime. I don't think there's any amount of digging that you can do that's unjust or a bit much. I really don't. But yeah, be looking forward to the date. I still have to get with Brian. I personally have to get some of my stuff together because, like I said, I haven't debated the Darlie Routier case in a very long time. Um, I'm going to look into that case on the tracks. But there's so many cases out there too. I also would like to cover Jessica Chambers because I just burped. If anybody wants to make a video about it, I'm okay with it. Excuse me, by the way. But Jessica Chambers is another case. I know Tawanda's very passionate about Jessica Chambers. No one has been convicted of the heinous crime that was committed against her. Um, own that burp. I did. So like I said, if there's a clip channel out there that would like to clip my burp, I'm giving you free reign to do so. Just catch the excuse me in it too, because I don't want to be rude. I don't want to come off angry. Jessica's case is awful. And the fact that um, there's still been, and I don't believe that that little girl will ever get justice. I really don't. I don't. I'm sorry to say that. It breaks my heart, but Secret Santa. Hey, y'all. I was just watching Nenny, Republican Ash, and you from last evening. Hope all is well. Off to take kiddos to dentist after the belly bug I had yesterday. Can't wait to eat, but scared. Just go slow, Secret Santa. Something light, maybe toast, maybe chicken noodle soup. I hate chicken noodle soup, but I'm going to recommend it to you because, well, it's always recommended. You're main girl. You're always so classy. That's what I love about you, is your classy personality. But you're right. I will never hold it in anymore. I even asked the doctor when he told me I had colon cancer if it was from holding in farts, and he said no. So, but I won't do it. Not going to happen. If I rip one, I'll let you know. I'm not embarrassed. Sorry that you felt bad, Secret Santa and Sunnyside. I'm glad that it's just a little bug. Tinker says, "Oh my God." Hey, I'm telling you, when I was diagnosed with colon cancer, the first thing I said to the doctor is, "Is it because I don't fart like I always hold it in?" And he started laughing. He goes, "No, I don't think so. But I'm not going to push my luck." Which reminds me, I do have to call and schedule my colonoscopy today. Yay! I promise you, I won't go live the day of my prep. How about that? I can promise you all, I will not go live the day of my colonoscopy prep. By the way, if you haven't gotten your colonoscopies, please do. It's shitty, but it needs to be done. Pardon the pun. That stuff they make you drink, but it's better than what it used to be. Used to be you had to drink this big gallon of, ugh. Now it's just a little bottle. If you get it really cold, it's not that bad. You can do it. Yes, thank God. Brantley, it's always been, they said you should start at the age of 50, but you got yours Monday, Sam. I love Propofol though. I mean, it's the only good part about a colonoscopy is the drugs you get. Yes, I said it, people. Propofol is like you go to sleep and it's like you slept for a week when you wake up. You're not. The prep is awful, but it's getting better. It's getting better. Um, because of my history, I didn't have colon cancer in my family. So mine came as a total surprise. But I belong to a colon cancer Facebook group, and there's people in that group as young as 9. that have colon cancer. So, you know, it's just one of those things that 41 Brantley, your insurance probably won't pay for it. Your doctor probably won't suggest it. So, unless you're actually having problems. But yeah, yeah. But like I said, I promise you guys I won't go live during my prep. I'll do you all that favor. Or I could go live during my prep and Clip Channels could just have a blast. Either way, y'all let me know. My 16-year-old had to have a colonoscopy because he just found out he has celiac disease. His counts were high, but his colon is doing fine. No. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Michelle, that his colon is doing fine, but I'm sorry to hear he has celiac disease. I don't have any problems with gluten. Sharon Osborne, born. I didn't know that. She had colon cancer. I didn't know that. Well, I'm glad she's survived it because a lot of people don't. It's the same as any other cancer. Get it while it's young, get it while it's in a low stage, and it is survivable. But I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna run the sweeper. Um, do some things around the house. I'm sorry, Michelle, that that's happening. Like I said, I have a community post up. It says jury duty. Um, Wendy, if you'd like to go live and explain what almost homophobic means, I would appreciate it. But all I said was, Eric, do you need a change? That was it. And you would have thought I brought the roof down. Not trying to go tit for tat with Wendy. Don't care. But that's a pretty yucky statement to throw out there, Wendy. Pretty yucky statement to throw out there. But you guys have a great day. If you have snow, it will be melting. If you're anything like the weather here, it'll be up. Hey, happy, happy, happy. It will be up in the 80s by Tuesday. Don't worry, summer's just a few days away. When me and Brian and I, figure out how we're going to do this, and when he has time, uh, I'll post a date. I'll also do a drawing for the jurors, and should be fun. So, guys, appreciate you coming in my stream. Appreciate you supporting my stream. I just appreciate you just all the way around. Try to have a good day. And I will see you around the tubes.